I'm Amy Kazera. Recently, the Dartmouth Athletic Hall of Fame has brought the Buy a Brick program to the Dartmouth community. Today I'm here with Mike Shea to talk to us a little bit more about Dartmouth Pride Bricks. So, Mr. Shea, how did you initially come up with this idea for Dartmouth?
Well, thank you, Amy, for having me here. I appreciate it very much. One of my previous other schools, which was the Grain Event Voc Tech, about 10 or so years ago, the Alumni Association started this brick program. And I thought it was a good idea, but I even thought it was a great idea after 2 or 3 years. I know when I was there, I had purchased a brick, and when I go there off and on, I kind of walk by and I see the brick that it brings back good memories for me. And so I kind of got the idea of saying, well, if that's bringing back memories for me since I've left that school, why don't we do something in Dartmouth so that, students that graduate, that come here, businesses, all these people that in the community can always have a brick to remember the good times of Dartmouth. So it kind of gave me the idea. It was also a fundraiser activity, but it's more than a fundraiser. It's something that I hope that will go on for 10, 15, 20 years, and that you can bring back your children. My children look at it, my grandchildren look at it now, and they say, oh, Papa, is that you? Is that your name? That you're on the brick? So it kind of got to me that Dartmouth is missing that little component, which I think is very important for the community.
I think that it'll make for a very memorable new part of Dartmouth and almost like a memorial too.
Exactly.
So what are the guidelines for the bricks?
Well, guidelines it's a very simple program, to be very honest with you. There is a form that is available at all the elementary schools, it's at the middle schools, at the high school, and all the components really is that you buy a brick for $50. And 25 of those dollars come back to the school. In this case here, and I want to make it clear that the Athletic Hall of Fame is only the agent that is sponsoring this fundraiser. I had some people say to me, well, gee, I'm not associated with the Hall of Fame. I don't know anybody with the Hall of Fame has nothing to do. It's open to every community member in Dartmouth. So when you buy a brick for $50, and when you buy a brick, this is a sample of a brick. And I show, and you can see that there's 3 lines. You can have up to 3 lines. You can have 1 line. You can have 2 lines. No more than 3. And you have no more than 18 characters. So you have a lot. This is a lot of words on this brick, for example. In fond memory, Frida Schlitz, loving grandmother. This bottom line has 18 characters, which includes a space. This is all you have to do is to figure out what you like on it. I know mine, I had my name, I had administration, and I had Go Bears, which was the Voc Tech symbol. So the guidelines are very simple. It's up to 3 lines, 18 characters per line, and then you can put on whatever you want. It can be, you mentioned the word memory, it could be someone that may have passed away and you want to keep their memory alive. It could be an accomplishment. It could go to, we have so many champions in Dartmouth, especially with the band. And we have, with the plays, and we have with athletics, and we have so many things. It could be, Mike Shea, drum majorette. You could have these things that you look back in 20 years from now, that was very important to you. So I think that way we came up with, without saying a memory brick, we came up with the Dartmouth Pride Brick. Because I think the pride that I feel at the Voc Tech when I see it is the same pride I'm hoping that others will see here at Dartmouth.
Nice. And where can viewers go to buy a brick?
We made it simple for everyone. Right now, there are all the elementary schools, including Cushman, have a number of these forms that you can fill out. Middle school, high school. So if you're dropping off children or going by or live in the neighborhood, stop into the main office, tell them that you'd like to have a form for Dartmouth Pride Bricks. They will give it to you, and you take it home. At Bush Street also. We're also in the process of putting it online. Matter of fact, I had an email sent in to the athletic director, Mr. Karen, to see where we are on it. Probably the next week or so, we are going to have it online. People can print it right offline through the school website. But right now, I would ask people to, try to go by one of these schools or Bush Street, and we'll have them available for you.
And even though it's going to be at the high school where the actual bricks are laid, anybody can do it.
Absolutely, and I encourage it. I tell people, matter of fact, talking to a few people this last few weeks, I want to stress the fact that it's for everyone. It's not even a graduate, and we're not saying you have to be a graduate. Maybe you came here up to 10th grade, and then your family moved to Springfield, and you finished the last 2 years there, but you always liked Dartmouth. You have friends at Dartmouth. You played a sport, or you participated in the plays. It's open to students, former students, faculty, former faculty. It's a great gift for a retired teacher of, say, 30 years is retiring. You know, someone will buy a brick for that teacher, so remember he or she. Businesses, someone that maybe grew up, north of Boston but came down here, has been in the community for 15 years and follows Dartmouth High, supports Dartmouth High or elementary schools. They might want to put their business down there and say, go Indians. It's open to everybody that wants to buy a brick. You can go as far back as, people that graduate from whatever school. So I emphasize the fact that, please, it's not to be a certain student. It's anybody that would like to support the Dartmouth programs, but also would like to put something in there in memory of themselves. And I know we've had a few tragic accidents after students left at Voc Tech, and there's a few memories in there of that student from the graduating class to the day that he or she had passed away. So those are things that people do emotionally. I hope it's more on the happier side of what you got out of Dartmouth.
Mm-hmm. Whereabouts will the bricks be laid at the high school?
Good question. And I think we kind of talked about this for 2 or 3 months because we wanted it someplace where it will be visible. If you look at Dartmouth High School and you walk from the parking lot to the Dartmouth High School, right in the front doors, there's an area of grass on your left-hand side, and there's a curved stone wall, which is, I think, is right outside the cafeteria. Yep. Right outside the cafeteria. That's where it's going to be, right on the left-hand side. We're going to put it in there. And matter of fact, we want the students at Dartmouth High to be involved in this. Yep. So I asked Mr. Martins, Mr. Jeffrey Martins, I believe, I asked him to have his class help us out. So they're drawing some designs of what they think would look good. They'll present it to the school administration, Dr. Gifford, and everybody else, and come up with what we're going to do. So it's going to be there, and the only thing that it may not be able to be visible during the winter because we're doing it off the main track. Voc Tech made a mistake, and I was part of that mistake, was that we put it on the main walkway. Yeah. And gum has done a damage on it, salt when you shovel the cement walkway, and bricks are now starting to chip away. So we're going to do it off the main walkway, but people can see it.
And it won't be damaged.
It won't be damaged. And like I said, you come here in December, January, we have 2 feet of snow on it, it might be hidden. Yeah. But
that's New England.
That's New England. You go with the flow, right? Yep. And so, but that way you also protect it from the salt and the wear and tear. So that is going to be right there, and I think we have enough room there for 50 years.
Exactly, and it seems like a very well-rounded program that's bringing together all different aspects of the community, especially with the kids, the students helping to draw out where it's going to be laid, and just the fact that anybody can really do it, from elementary school and even just different businesses in Dartmouth.
And again, Dartmouth Athletics had nothing to do with this. It's open to everyone. Yeah. I'm glad you said that in your own words. I just think that it's, I had people that come here, maybe they were here as elementary school and they had to leave and because of moving. You know what? But they want to remember, that's okay. Yeah. It's a, maybe it's a memory of a certain teacher, or you want to recognize thank you to someone. Especially with the band has done so well in the consistent 20 plus years that I hope that a lot of people put the stuff there. Maybe it was the year that they won the state title, the national title. So it is open to everyone, all ages, everybody. So we're reaching out to everybody on it.
It seems like it'll be a very successful program, and I'm glad that you brought it to Dartmouth. Thank you for that.
Thank you. And I was just going to wrap up by quickly. People have asked me, when do they have to have the form in by? And I think this is important. We're hoping that if we get the forms in and the order in by end of February, maybe March, we're still working the date on, so I'm telling people February because I'm safe with February. It takes about 6 weeks to order all the bricks. And our goal is to have them in the ground before graduation. So if you have a class of 2016 student, I would like to have in the ground. Now, I have no idea if I'm going to get 80 bricks or 380 bricks. So it's awful hard to tell. I think, I'm hoping for between over 200 bricks this year. That's what my goal is. But if I get 400 bricks, I don't know if I can get them in time. So I'm telling people, for the public, I'm not promising you everybody, but I'm saying that if you can get the forms in and put the order in by the end of February, our goal is to have them in before graduation, so all those seniors and everybody else can see the bricks in the ground.
It'll be a very memorable time for
Right.
all seniors, especially with that there.
Right. So, again, thank you for having me on here, and I'm excited about it. Don't tell my children, but they're getting for Christmas presents, this year. They're going to get a brick each, 3 children. So hopefully they're not watching right now.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much. It was very nice.